My name is Charlie Hutto, and I'm riding my bicycle in Western Oregon. In April 2021, I rode my bicycle from my home in Albany, Oregon, north to Astoria, south along the coast to Newport, and back home. Thank you for joining me on my journey.
I'm a pop star. I'm a radio star. And I'm so popular 'cause I'm a pop star.
Alright, happy Friday morning to you from Beverly Beach State Park, a few miles south of Newport, Oregon, right on the coast. Had a good night last night, actually. Slept reasonably well. Nature is noisy out here at Beverly Beach. There's lots of frogs chirping or croaking all night, it seemed like. And the birds are out and all that. I had to put in earplug just so I can get some sleep. Otherwise, I would have been up listening to the frogs all night, which would have been great. Pretty nice weather so far today. It's 48 degrees this morning, no wind at all, and no rain, which is great. Everything was perfectly dry, so I was able to pack it up nice and tight, and I'll still take it out and dry it out and get things cleaned up and packed up when I get home and everything. So I'll take care of that. Today's ride's gonna be the longest of the day. It's or longest of the trip. It's about 76 miles with about 3,000 feet of climbing. So I've done that the last couple of days. Not that big a deal. One pretty big hill right in the middle going over the Coast Range. And then eventually back down into the Willamette Valley where I live and back to Albany, back to home. So I'm going to change my clothes and get the final things packed up and get on the road because it's time to go home. Thank you, Beverly Beach State Park, for a great night. Now on to 101 for a few miles. So I'm in Newport, and I'm going to show you one of the iconic signs in the state of Oregon. There you go. Boston, Massachusetts, 3,000 miles and change away. So one of these years, mark my words, April 30th, 2021, I'm going to fly to Boston and ride my bicycle home. That's my plan. We'll see if it ever happens. But anyway, I'm going to head on US 20 for a while and head home. Alright, well, just pulled off of US 20 onto a road called Crystal Creek Loop, which used to be the old alignment of the highway until a few years ago. ODOT built a new section, which is a whole lot less curvy and avoids the town of Eddyville, and it's opened it up for freight traffic and made it a lot safer for everybody else, except for bikes, because it's a pretty busy road. US 20 was definitely busy between Newport and Toledo. The shoulder's pretty narrow at times. I actually feel unsafe at times, but it wasn't like brutally unsafe. Cars doing the best they can to get around me and everything. So anyway, I'm glad I'm gonna be on the kind of the secondary roads here for the next probably another 30 miles or so of that. Yeah, I'll be taking this road over to Eddyville, then taking the really, really old alignment of the road over the Coast Range summit. So I'll be looking for that in a little bit. I'm gonna get a little bit of food here. It's I've been off an hour and a half since I've eaten, so I'm starving, of course. So start finishing off my food and keep going down the road. So I just turned off the old alignment of the highway onto the really old alignment of the highway, which is state road known as Eddyville Blodgett Highway, which fortunately goes to the town of Blodgett, which is where I'm heading. I think on the 7 or 8 miles I was on Crystal Creek Loop, I saw maybe 2 cars the whole time, maybe 3. So hopefully this one will be even less. We shall see, but definitely the old road, no shoulders, and that's fine if there's no traffic, but certainly real pretty. Alright, so made it to the summit of the Coast Range in the appropriately named town of Summit, which is just ahead, it looks like. Been following the railroad tracks up here, which is really nice. But yeah, definitely a brutal climb there, about 1.5 miles of climbing, mostly 7 or 8% grade. I saw it go into 9% a couple of times there. So, but I got to the top, happy to be here. It should be mostly downhill for this, but I got a couple more little hills to go over before we get into the Willamette Valley. I'm going to stop in the town of Blodgett, which is up here a few more miles. They have a little store there, and get some Gatorade or something, just make sure I don't run out of fluids. I'm 41 miles in, it looks like, from the start this morning, and come on, by computer, 34.7 to go. So I'm more than halfway done for the day. A really nice day. Looks like mostly cloudy. The sun's out right this second, but mostly cloudy, a little bit of wind. Feels like it's kind of pushing me a little bit, so definitely a good day. I know I'm going to keep going. Alright, only because I've ridden my road bike out here before, I can tell you that this is the last big hill on this journey. Whew. Got a few other little small rollers to go until I get home, but it's all stuff I've ridden before. Should be no problem at all. Gonna head down the hill towards Corvallis and your favorite game show. I know, I haven't forgotten about it yet. It's coming up, don't worry. Yeah, the elevation is apparently right. I'm up to 3,200 feet of climbing today so far, and got 23.3 miles to go. Woohoo! Heading home. It's that time for your favorite part of the video, where you get to talk like an Oregonian. Today is the name of a town that I'm in technically right now, but I'll be heading through shortly. Let me turn around and show you a billboard. Here you go. There you go. Can you see that? Okay, how do you pronounce that town? Welcome to the home of the very famous Frolic and Rodeo in July. How do you pronounce that? I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, so you pronounce the name of this town Willamette. Willamette, not Philomath. If you say Philomath, we're gonna make fun of you and things like that. So just call it Willamette. I don't know why. Probably the name of a guy that started the city or something. So anyway, Willamette. That's where I am. So I make my final stop here under the two Highway 34 bridges that are behind me. Just kind of ducked underneath them here. Got a bike path for a couple miles, separated from 34, which is really great. Then about 10 miles on Riverside Road until I get into town, and then another couple miles after that, I'll be home. That doesn't add up to the 12.2 that my bike computer says it is, but that's about right, 12 or 13 miles from here home. So I'm gonna finish off my last burrito shell. I'm gonna finish off the last of my beef jerky, and pretty much down to 4 Cliff Bars to get the rest of the way. But I don't think I'll need it, but I got some water to drink and all that, so I'll be okay. All right, getting close to done. How about that, Charlie? You did it. You rode your bike. Got a story on that. I win. And just like that, the journey is over. Yeah, I guess all I can say is thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and please hit subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great day.